Your first mistake is wasting your dark crystals. Your dark crystals should only be spent on the red nucleus. I know it can be tempting to buy gold nucleus, especially when you're near that 80th pity. Maybe you just need 1 or 2 more pulls, but trust me, you gotta save those dark crystals only for the red nucleus. The game gives you lots of dark crystals early on, but after you get all those achievements and all those map exploration and puzzles, the sources of dark crystals starts to decrease, and you don't want to end up in a position in the future where there's a limited banner with a character that you absolutely want to get, but you don't have any dark crystals because you already spent it. You might even be tempted to buy the special voucher using your dark crystals because this is for the limited matrix banner. However, that is very much whale territory. You need so much pulls to get value out of the limited matrix banner, so don't even think about it. Again, only buy red nucleus with your dark crystal. Second mistake is sleeping on the SR weapons. I've already made a video on how to build your team properly, so you can check that out for a more in-depth explanation. But basically, you need 1 high shatter character, 1 high charge character, and a healer. So the thing is, if you don't have yet any of the SSR healers, you are better off using Pepper. Just because you have 3 SSRs doesn't mean you have to use 3 SSRs as your loadout. Same thing if you don't have any of the SSR shatter characters. If you don't have Meryl, you don't have King, and you don't have Huma, you might as well use the SR shatter characters like NA and Echo. So don't sleep on SR weapons. You'll be able to use them right until you have the SSR that you need. Don't force the triple SSR. The third mistake is upgrading too many weapons. Even if you have 10 SSRs, you don't want to upgrade all of them because you will spread yourself too thin and you won't have any resources to maximize your favorite main DPS weapon or 2. So try to focus on a few set of weapons and go hard on maybe 1 or 2 and always keep it to a maximum level, because some of the materials that you need to upgrade these weapons are hard to get. So think about which weapons you want to main and only invest in those. The fourth mistake is advancing your gears too early. When you go to your gear, there's actually 2 things you can do. You can enhance or you can advance. Advancement, you don't want to do this because eventually you will replace these gears with better gears and you will be wasting the materials that you use for advancement. Don't do advancement until you get the gold gears. What you can do is just enhance the gears, because enhancements transfer to the next gear that you'll replace it with, so there's no loss there. Remember, get the gold gear first before advancing. Fifth mistake is ignoring the gifting feature in Tower Fantasy. So you have these gifts that you can give to the simulacrum. So here we will show Tsubasa and we'll click awaken, and this is what you will get from the gifting feature. At first it might seem unimportant, but actually you will get some very powerful passive effects like this one. I already got this one from Tsubasa. Each time you attack, you get 1 stack of more attack. So you can go all the way to 4,000 awakening points and get a higher version of that passive. So make sure you don't ignore the gifting, and when you do gift to characters, they have preferences on what type of gifts you want to give them, and you want to give them gifts that satisfy those preferences because it gives more points. So here we will give her more Void Angel figurines because it's a rare item, figurines. So gifting leads to good passive effects, which you can turn on in the simulacrum menu. Mistake number 6 is not getting the daily free gifts. So speaking of gifts from the previous tip, there is actually 2 ways you can get some free gifts in this game. The first one is you go to the black market in the Banges zone. Once you teleport to the black market in Banges, go straight down this path, and you will encounter Hopkins, and you can talk to Hopkins and he will be able to give you gifts at least once every day. So you pick between one of the 2 boxes, whichever you want. There you go. You got Crazy Dumont figure. 2 of them. And the other way is in Cetus Island. You teleport to Cetus Island. Once you get to Cetus Island, just go to the north part of the tent, and then you will see this claw machine right here. You can play a minigame for 3 times every day and you can get some good toys. You just, you know, do your best, get some toys. You can actually get more than 1. I don't know if somebody has done that. I think I heard somebody in the Discord say they were able to get 2 toys and 1 claw, but I've only been getting 1. There you go. So you do that 3 times. Be careful though, because if you fail getting one of these when the timer runs out, you lose that chance. The 7th mistake is skipping the daily training. The daily training is something you can do every day. It's a lot of random things, but you still have to do it every day, even though it seems like it's trivial, because you do get the points here. And when you go to the point shop, you can buy some very useful items such as more gifts and of course more upgrade materials. Make sure to do this every day. I honestly forgot about this training for the first 2 days, so that's a mistake that I've done, so hopefully you guys don't do that. The 8th mistake is letting your vitality cap out. So if you played Genshin, you know this, you don't let your resin cap out because you're wasting potential resources that you might have gotten. Now, your priority to use it on is on materials that you are lacking in. If you don't know what to use it on, a safe bet is going for the gold domain, because gold, you use gold for everything, so you can't go wrong with gold. Now, you might be tempted to use your vitality on joint operation every time. However, I recommend against that. For me, you only want to use joint operation to fill up your gear slots and get some matrices in. But the thing is, these gears will eventually get replaced once you unlock a higher level of joint operation. So once you get to the later levels, as you can see, you will get gold matrices and gold gear. So you want to wait until you unlock all of these highest difficulties so you can get the gold matrices and gold gear and use the vitality on something else. You can do joint operation from time to time. I do it from time to time so I can fill up my gear slots and get some matrices early on. Mistake number 9 is wasting XP. So in this game, when you start playing, there's going to be a level cap every day. So currently, I'm at a level 33 level cap. As you can see, it's level 31 over 33. So that means when I reach level 33 today, I won't be able to gain any more XP. Once I hit the maximum XP at level 33, any more XP I gain beyond that is wasted. It disappears and it doesn't get retained. What I would advise you to do is hold off on all of those side missions, the little blue quests that you get here. Try not to do them unless, you know, there's a specific side quest that gives a nice relic or something. But most of these, you want to save them up. And then once you get the little blue decipher boxes that you need to use a decipher key on, I would advise you to save up on using the decipher key, because that does give XP and those blue chests respawn. I would suggest you just use the forced decipher box, so that way later on when you really need that XP, you can use the keys to open up those blue chests. So the purple decipher boxes, you can use the purple key on them because they don't respawn, so that's fine. Same thing for the gold, you can just use them on world bosses. It doesn't matter. If you do world bosses, you can just use your golden key. But for chests like this one, whenever you see them, just get it, because these are random chests that are shared. So whenever you see them, get them, because otherwise another player might get it. So even if you waste XP, at least you still get some materials out of it. Now, some people might say it's actually fine if you cap out your XP and you waste XP because it's easy to get XP. Bam! It is the 4th day of the game. You don't know how hard it's gonna be with the lack of sources of XP in the late game. Every gacha game does this. Even Genshin did this. Early on it's super easy, and then later on it's kind of hard to get XP from sources because you kind of consume all of the sources of XP, and the XP required per level gets higher and higher. So you want to waste XP? You do that. All right, I myself, I'm gonna try and save up those XP for those later levels where there's gonna be an XP drop. And the final mistake that you might be doing is not joining a crew. You gotta join a crew, because joining a crew gives you some nice rewards. Right here, there's some dark crystals and maybe even better rewards once the crew levels up. But also another important thing is you get to do these missions that reward you with merit, which you can use in the store to buy some important items, such as the potent omnium crystal, which you can use to upgrade your suppressor. Then there's also relic shards and some gear, and once the crew levels up the store, you get better options for the store. So those are the top 10 mistakes that you have to avoid in Tower of Fantasy. I hope you found this video valuable, and if you did, do make sure to hit that notification on so you don't miss out on the future guides. You can join our Discord, that's discord.gg/xfam, for a community of Tower Fantasy players and lovers, and you can make friends in there, ask questions, all that good stuff. I also go live on fb.gg/xnoph, and I'll see you around.